Hey guys, Dazzler Magic here, and yesterday's ban announcement, or pretty much lack thereof, was not the whole story. There was actually another ban announcement. Now, slight warning, this is going to make your head explode if this is the first time you've heard this. The ban list for Commander is not actually maintained or created or influenced in any way by Wizards of the Coast. It is completely out of their control. Yes, the people who literally print Commander 2014, 15, 16, 17, etc. have no control over Commander and what gets banned. If it was me working at Wizards, you know what I would do? Take control of it. How would I do it? By saying that. Now, I think Commander is not considered a, quote, competitive format or tournament format or whatever the term is that they use. It's still like a casual format. And basically, I believe the people who created Commander are the ones who maintain the ban list. It's like a rules committee, according to them, but that's all fine and dandy and sounds great on the surface. It's a little bit different when you know a little bit more about it. The rumor going around, and honestly, it's more than a rumor, but I have to call it a rumor because it's not confirmed. The rumor is one of the main people who invented the game and is on the rules committee runs a certain overpowered garbage deck that everybody wants banned, and all they need to get rid of is one toxic card, and because he plays it, he refuses to ban it. So screw every other Commander player in the entire world, just him. The whole world revolves around just him. Only he's important. God forbid he'd have to build a new deck. Oh no. So that's at least the rumor I've heard. I have no reason to believe it's not true. I saw the deck. I know somebody who owns the deck. It's broken turn 2 garbage, and it has no reason to be in Commander in the meta at all. It's a complete anomaly. And also, did you know that there are actually 2 different Commander ban lists? Now, Commander isn't exactly my specialty, especially competitive Commander, which apparently is a thing. But if you're way interested, go look it up because I'm not the best source of information on this for sure. I play casual Commander. And of course, it is my belief that 100% of card fetch should be banned from Commander just on principle, just because of how it's designed. I mean, obviously, if you're running 99 unique cards, the point is that the game goes differently every time, or you're like really running a big tribal deck or something like that. You should not win with the same one card 10 games in a row. And all it is just go fetch, go fetch, go fetch, trigger, mount through my deck, trigger, trigger, trigger. And anybody who builds a deck like that, it's a disgrace to the format. It really is. I mean, especially if you're not going to bring it to like a GP or something. I don't even know if they play Commander at GPs. I know 2 people with decks like that, and what a surprise they can't find people to play against them. Wow, I'm shocked. Will I ever recover from that level of shock? Probably not. I never saw it coming. It's almost like every single other human being I know that plays Commander wants to play it casually and have fun and have crazy chaotic games. You know, they don't play $3,000 net decks they found on the internet that are overpowered as hell because they're so obsessed with winning that it's a psychological disorder. So anyway, that's all my feelings and thoughts of Commander, but there was 2 changes in Commander, and this is shocking. So, Leovold, Emissary of Trest. Let's look at this card. So he's a mythic. He was just recently printed in Conspiracy Take the Crown, which is Conspiracy 2 basically, and he was never printed any other time. So he's 3 color and legendary and a creature and an elf. I wonder if they wanted him to go in Commander. So, black, green, blue, which is an interesting combo, very doable, but honestly, any 3 colors put together, I could say that about any of them, so whatever. So while he's in play, each opponent can't draw more than 1 card each turn. Very annoying. I mean, it's not that great in Conspiracy, but it is in Commander. It can just take certain decks and just shut them down. And also, whenever you or a permanent you control becomes the target of a spell or ability that an opponent controls, you may draw a card. Now, that's the problem. The first one, okay, annoying. I mean, my blue-white deck would hate it. But then again, I'm running, like, what, Spirit of the Labyrinth or whatever that is that says that opponents can't draw more than 1 card each turn, so I should talk. It's not my Commander, though, and I don't have a way to go fetch it because I'm not a dick. But funny story, my Commander for that is Isperia, where every time that I get attacked, per attacker, I draw a card. This is a don't attack me commander deck. It's Aether Spout, Celestial Flare, Blessed Alliance, Immolating Glare, Dazzling Reflection, Riot Control, like you name it, I'm going to hit you with it when you're attacking. So if you're attacking because I have my hand empty, I probably just pulled 4 cards. Guess what? Now you're not attacking, or you don't have creatures left. Either way, you're not attacking, trust me. So that's annoying, oppressive, and my friends hate playing against it, even though it's a 6-cost commander and most people agree it sucks. Well, guess what? Every time Leovold is in play and I target the player who controls him or any permanent they control with a spell or an ability of any kind, they draw a card. Each time, each instance of that happening. Every time you blow something up, they potentially pull another card to replace it. That's utterly ridiculous. Plus, he only costs 3, so the second time you bring him out, he costs 5. And then even a kind of reasonable 7, so you'd have to kill him so many times. Now, the funny thing is, okay, he just became, like, he himself literally became the target of a kill spell. Well, now you draw a card while because that triggered ability would go on the stack and resolve. Oh, look, a counter spell. Boom, gone. I mean, that's ridiculous. And plus, he is blue. I mean, oh my god. Absolutely toxic. He was in, I don't know, what would you call it? Not like standard, but he was in legality for almost no amount of time, and they're already like, nah, we're done with him. And once again, people who are all butthurt over, oh my god, I built a whole deck around him. He was my commander. Like, if you lose 1 card in your deck, there's, I mean, 98 other cards. Like, get over it. But, if you get rid of a commander, you might have just gotten rid of the whole deck. So, oh no, those poor people, this thing just came out and then now they can't play with it. Well, first of all, most people, since they play casually, who cares, they ignore the ban list completely. Their play group has their own ban list and that's it. So if they want to play Leovold and everybody in their play group's cool with it, which why the hell would they be, then they'll just ignore this announcement. It's more of a suggestion because, like I said, Wizards doesn't formally mandate this. They don't have anything to do with it. But I've said it before, I'll say it again. If you built the turn 2 Emrakul deck in Modern, and you're so stupid that you thought that that would be a thing, you thought Wizards would allow that, you thought they wouldn't either ban something or change the rule on fuse split cards, you are an idiot. You do not get to complain that Wizards took an action against your overpowered, overbearing garbage deck that's not fair to anything. You knew damn well it wasn't fair. You knew that a win on turn 3 was ridiculous. Annihilator 6 swinging on turn 3. You really think that Wizards wasn't going to do something about that? Really? Really? Are you kidding me right now? Are you serious? You're so crushed because you spent all that money on a Modern deck, and oh no, Wizards, just poor you, they just gutted your deck and now you can't play it and you wasted all that money. You are like clueless beyond words. You knew that was getting banned. You knew the deck was too powerful even if you didn't think it was getting banned. You knew it was unfair to anybody you'd ever play it against. You deserved it. So, to a lesser extent, Leovold, if you're like, yeah, I'm going to build a whole deck around him because it'll be overpowered as hell and piss everybody off and I'll win every game. Well, I got some news for you, Sunshine. He's gone. Bye-bye. He's not legal anymore. Oh, and FYI, you're a terrible person for making him your commander. He's overpowered, he's unfair, and you should have suspected very much so that he was going to get a ban. I mean, bannings are massively unpredictable, whether it's Wizards or these douchebags, but, come on, you can't say it wasn't partially your fault. I mean, I'm not saying just never build anything good, but if something's just nuts, like unplayable against, guess what? A ban's coming. You can build powerful, consistent, good decks, but when it gets to that level, it's gonna go eventually, trust me. Oh my god, that reminds me of the couple people on Reddit that were like, but I just spent all the money on Eye of Ugin, and I had such a good winning deck. Oh, you mean the deck that was 60% everybody playing the same one? That deck? That one? The one that had "Ban Me" written on it on a little bumper sticker on the back of the deck? Oh, I'm so sorry you wasted your money on that, you idiot. Wow, poor you that you didn't see that coming. They just blindsided you with that ban. Nobody saw that coming. So the same goes for Leovold. It's just, Was he really too powerful, or was he just like, oh, he's a really good commander? Because there's some really broken crap out there, like, well, Commander 2016, for example. So, I mean, I get it. It's not as bad as the Fuse card Emrakul turn 2. It's not anywhere near the Eldrazi Winter, but it was really unfair to anybody you played it against. So you shouldn't be that surprised or that, like, butthurt over it. So Leovold gone. I agree with it 100%. But then the morons, the knuckle-dragging ape idiots that run the ban list for Commander in general. Oh my god, I think I need to invent a new word for how stupid this is. They have unbanned Protean Hulk, which never should have been printed in the first place, so you can't just ban the Commander people, you gotta ban Wizards and their idiot R&D. Now, shockingly, this card is legal in Modern, but I mean, come on, it costs 7, so... the even weirder thing is it's fully legal, not restricted, not banned in Legacy and Vintage. So apparently it's really hard to get anything done with this card. Probably because it's like what I would call a cascading combo, not literally the mechanic cascade, but it's very easy to stop. So, I mean, that was kind of their argument, but let's read what it does. So it costs 7, and when it is put into a graveyard from play, search your library for any number of creature cards with total converted mana cost 6 or less and put them into play. So total, not every single one 6. That'd be like your whole deck. You can put in some broken stuff. You can get like a tribal going. I mean, Commander versus what it's played in Modern, because actually there is a Modern Protean Hulk deck. But it's like, how do you get him onto the battlefield in the first place? You got to cheat him out from the graveyard. Well, if you're going to cheat something out from the graveyard with like a Resurrector spell, Rise from the Grave or whatever, why wouldn't you just bring out Emrakul? I think there's like a way to like flash him in for one turn and then he enters the graveyard from play. I think that's more how it was used. I'm not that familiar with the card. By the way, the idiotic flavor text basically indicates that this was supposed to be an unhinged card, I guess. Meat and eggs we eat. Get it? Because it's like protein except spelled wrong because it's Protean. Get it? Eggs are made of protein and meat has a lot of it. Ha 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 ha. I don't get it. It's like, ha, we don't take our own card seriously. We're making fun of the name. Ha ha ha. What the hell were they thinking? Keep that crap for like unhinged and unglued. What the hell, Wizards? So their whole excuse behind unbanning this piece of crap was, I don't know, like there's a lot of graveyard control and there's more control in general and the environment is different, blah, 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 whatever, they're wrong. So the problem with this in Commander, it's a very doable, very playable, very castable, very fetchable, very resurrectable, multi-fetch free cast. Hey, remember in, every video ever where I said that free casting is inherently broken and ban-worthy and almost like, well, probably not half, but a huge portion of the banned cards in any format have to do with bringing something out for free or not paying for it. It's almost like that as a mechanic is broken. Imagine that. So you could go get 6 1-cost creatures with this and just dominate. I mean, you could go get it's like a collected company. You could just go get like a Reflector Mage and like just some horrible ETB stuff. If I remember correctly, from the couple decks I've seen a million years ago with this, you would go get like some kind of something with like a 0 cost, but it had like some kind of secondary cast condition or something like that. I don't remember. It was just broken because it's not like Coco where you have to flip up, like 6 cards or whatever from the top of your deck. You can just go get them. And need I remind you that your deck probably at that point has about 80 cards left in it. It's just broken. It is so completely and utterly broken. And I know you could like stifle it, void slime it, trick bind it, that other one, disallow. Like you could stop the trigger. You could, well, let's see. You could exile them just at all. It's really not that hard to stop, but it's just inherently broken and unfair. It's just so dumb. So I do agree with them that there's so much removal, so much control, so much more than when it was banned. But it wasn't like, oh, the card's unstoppable. There have always been counter spells. There have always been kill spells. In fact, like Trickbind and Stifle are pretty damn old. So their logic is like correct but completely flawed, because you can't just say, oh, we're going to let a completely broken, unfair garbage card back into the format because it can be stopped. Progenitus can be stopped, okay? I'm not saying that that's a fair card. It's not. I mean, it costs 10, it's a garbage card, but other than that, it's pretty damn overpowered. So the announcement, of course, took place on Reddit, where people have been known to speak their mind. Let's see. First comment, everybody's pissed. Next comment, they're pissed. Third comment, sarcastic and they're pissed. Somebody posting a bunch of answers to it because they already hate it. Somebody literally posting what I just said. Everything has a counter, doesn't mean it's balanced. Amen, brother. Amen. Emmett Chan, keeping it real. And I think everybody's tripping over the whole graveyard hate thing. Like, oh, you could just clear a graveyard. Well, who cares? He's already in it. But I think people keep resurrecting him over and over and over, just piling on more tribals. That's a really popular thing to do. It's quite the utility card, by the way, in general. I do believe that you could clone him, turn him into like a token of himself, and then, like Saheeli Rai, every single turn you'd get him to go off because you would clone it. Oh, look, you get rid of it at the end of turn. Actually, I think it's exiled at the end of turn, so I'm not too sure about that. Actually, I'm not sure there is a cloning card left in the game that doesn't say exile, so I might be a little bit wrong about that. I don't know. You could certainly clone him with like a blue wizard or something, have it, you know, like a transmuter or whatever they call those. I'm actually not sure on the ruling of that either, but there's just, in general, there's so much broken crap you could do with this damn card. So now everybody has to run graveyard removal. So get out your cranial, whatever the hell that card was, and also Tormod's Crypt, because now some decks will run Protean Hulk, and everybody else who plays Commander now has to put in cards to stop it. Wow, that's logical. Oh, your parents gave you a stupid, unpronounceable name that people constantly massacre when they try to pronounce it. I think the other 7 billion people on planet Earth should all individually learn how to pronounce your one-of-a-kind unique name, not you should change it. No, it's way easier to have everybody else change but you. Yeah, Same exact logic. We're going analogy heavy in this video. So scrolling through, just skimming the comments and speed reading them, lots of sarcasm, couple memes. I honestly did not find one comment where they're like, yay, Protean Hulk's back. Nobody's happy about this. Not one damn person. Nobody. I mean, if you don't think this card is broken, it was actually in a very, very old Legacy deck, and instead of banning Protean Hulk, they banned something else. I want to say it was like Karmic Guide. I don't remember. I'm not exactly up on my Legacy net decks. Imagine that. But there was an infinite combo. It was just dumb as hell. It was so stupid. Casting stuff for free is stupid, okay? It doesn't work. Never has, never will. Okay, here's one somebody posted. This is a brand new one because it involves Walking Ballista. So, Protean Hulk dies, okay? So you fetch Mikaeus the Unhallowed. I hate that card, by the way. And then Walking Ballista. Now, Mikaeus the Unhallowed gives, I think, all other creatures Undying. That's why I hate him. Not Persist, Undying. Walking Ballista enters the battlefield as a 0/0 because it's a 0 cost. You can fetch it for free, plus Mikaeus. And then you return it to the battlefield as a 1/1 thanks to the effect of Mikaeus. Oops, and then you remove the 1/1 counter to deal 1 damage to your opponents. It dies again, it returns to the battlefield because now it didn't have a counter on it, and there you go, you killed everybody. By the way, I neglected to mention Protean Hulk can go get whatever the hell it wants that costs 0. They could have fixed that with a ruling, which, here's one for you. There are no rulings for Protean Hulk. 0. I mean, what the hell? People are already complaining that you could, like, I guess, use Birthing Pod to just go individually fetch your one Protean Hulk in the deck and then start an infinite combo whether it dies or not. Like, you would just swing with it then until it gets killed. You might be able to sack it too. I mean, it's so stupid. Hey, it's almost like fetching things from your deck in Commander is inherently broken. Almost as much as casting things for free. Like, seriously? I'm not even kidding. I kept scrolling and scrolling and scrolling and scrolling and scrolling. 0 people are happy that Protean Hulk is back. And also somebody posted, get out of here, Elf Hitler. Had to share that one. I believe they were referring to the first part of the announcement. Oh, and the final comment that I have to share with you all to close out the video is from Uncle Meat 11, because of course that's his username, it's freaking Reddit. Just ask your playgroup. Custom ban lists are a good thing. So in other words, ignore these idiots. Do whatever you want. If you want to say no more Protean Hulk in your playgroup, and if anybody brings it, they're kicked out of your playgroup, and then go find some new people to play with, then that's your prerogative, and I highly suggest you do that. Also, Leovold was way the hell too powerful in Elf Ball. Holy crap, I hate Elf Tribals so freaking much. So what do you guys think about these? Are you going to completely ignore them? Are you going to enforce the Leovold one because he's broken crap? Are you going to not honor the Protean Hulk one because he's broken crap? I know, the irony is palpable when I phrase it that way. What do you think? Did they make the right decision? If so, literally nobody on Reddit actually agrees with you, which, you know, good usually, but still. I can't even see the other side of it. There's so much broken crap you can do with that card. It never should have been printed in the first place. Maybe it was okay in the standard block it was in. Maybe they didn't have zero costs and a bunch of tribals and all this crap. But other than that, I mean, that's the problem with formats that mix together stuff that was never play tested together. You get all these broken combos. And that's what the ban list is supposed to be for, and they're never supposed to ever come back. But he's back. I'll tell you one thing, not in my playgroup he's not. So that's your great news for the day. I mean, at least the Elf Hitler's gone. Freaking Elf Hitler, we hate you. Watch this video get demonetized just based on the vocal recognition. I will frickin' sue. So have fun playing against Protean Hulk, everybody, and I'll see you guys next video.